Hi everyone, I'm Mike.
And my name's Carl, and today Corepunk released a brand new gameplay video. It's called PVE Combat. It's just basically someone playing the game for 17 minutes straight. There's no narration, so we thought we'll do a bit of a deep dive instead of a reaction and sort of explain everything we're seeing, or at least what we found whilst watching it. And we'll probably find stuff whilst doing this now. So
yep, there's a lot to unpack, so let's get into it.
The main thing I instantly noticed with the new video is the new UI.
Yes.
They've taken the head out of the centre. They've brought back the sort of class picture. Even
now,
that's had a bit of an
class
update.
picture has a thing, which we'll get into. But yeah, visually beautiful, lovely to see. We can see 4 classes on display. We've got the Destroyer. We've got a Bomber Medic. We've got a Ranger and a Legionnaire. But yeah, so this is from the Destroyer's perspective. Now, when you mentioned about the class thing, I like this new layout. I like the minimap where it is. I like the avatar. I hope you can make him static if you want. Yeah. You know, like, because
it'd be nice. Yeah, nice little touch.
He says the voice lines. You know, when you hear him going, charge, like he actually says it, which is pretty cool. But like, I could imagine for some people,
it'd be a nice touch with that, because obviously some PCs aren't going to be able to run that as well as they get. You know what I mean? It's optimization.
If 3D, 2D avatar, yeah. So yeah, going back to the what you mentioned, you see how in the middle there it's lit up now, isn't it? His class icon.
Yeah.
Now, if you remember the Destroyer, every 10th hit, once it got to 10, they could do the whirlwind.
Oh, yeah.
That is right, what that is. So if you notice when they come into the next combat, it's at full now, because he's done 10 hits. Like, he'll restart now. There's 1, 2. So as he's doing the hits, he's building it up. And then when
there's your little counter.
When he lights up with the flames in the skull, he presses T, and that's when the whirlwind happens. So maybe if I was a guessing gambling man, that all the unique class things, you know, that were quite passive, will probably feature in there somehow.
It's nice as well. That little glow of the eyes when they light up, or the campfire.
Campfire, quick healing. Quick look at the.
Yeah, let's pause that.
Let's just pause it here.
Instantly, within 2 minutes, I feel like we've just seen so much, and we're jumping from point to point. Yeah, which was it's nice that they, like, even just seeing them just naturally play it. There's just so much going on, really.
There was loads. So what was quite nice, if we'll bring it back to, we saw status effects. We saw them on the GIFs, actually, didn't we? There was the broken shield next to them. So we saw that. And there was another one which looked like an angry orc, which I'm guessing is the Berserk Rage. There was a mechanic somewhere. But yeah, there's a lot to break down. I like the UI. We'll quickly talk about this, because
let's discuss the UI, and then we can move on from the UI then, can't we, whilst it's all here?
So it's nice. The party frames in the top left. So obviously that's everyone in your party. You can see now. If you see these, so if we use Elf for example, he's a Legionnaire. He's got the shield icon and then 2 locked ones. So what I'm guessing from that is you know, like they said, once you've leveled 1 to 40, you can do another one.
Yeah.
That's what they will show. So the Shaman and names, it blanked me the other one. So if a character has more than 1 spec, that's where...
Oh, right. And then you can spec... Right, sorry.
So you can see who is in your party.
Yeah,
who's got multiple classes.
Yeah, multiple subclasses, yeah. Right, I get what you mean now, yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone's just rocking one there. You've got the Ranger, like we said.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the bottom bit is. You know, there's like a little icon there, isn't there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think if that's some sort of team artifact that you equip. Oh, is it? that because there's an artifact there, isn't there? Is that just a coincidence?
Where?
You see the one you're hovering over there now with the mouse?
Yeah, it's a bit
same
different.
Sort of colour.
Yeah.
No, I meant for the top ones, but
I think it's...
Yeah.
Don't know. But... yeah, so that's the party frames. That's nice. I believe they're going to be movable. Looking from what people have been chatting about in the Discord, they were saying that these parts will be... So you could have this on the other side.
Right, so you can place them.
Party frames, yeah.
It looked like before, we'll see further on in the video when a party member goes down, it comes up with that pop-up of sort of release spirit or whatever it is.
Yeah, and he moves it, doesn't he?
He moves it, yeah. So, yeah.
So yes, that's cool. I like we've already touched on the class in the middle is quite good because if that's where the class mechanics are going to hover or be part of, that's quite good and centralized. I like that. I like the minimap. Yeah. I like how it's got northeast, southwest, but 1, 2, 3 o'clock. Because then you can be like enemy 1 o'clock, enemy 7 o'clock, box at loot at 11, whatever it is. And then this was the bar that interested me, where they've just used that campfire actually. Is you've got like potions, they look like health and mana stuff. So
nice bit of time on the campfire there as well. 81 seconds.
I think it might have been a 90-second cooldown from memory.
Oh, sorry, right.
No, but it's ticked down, hasn't it? That's what I mean. The only other bit that I saw, now I haven't actually paused it, but I've noticed up here already, there's 4 bag slots, the 5th one being opened at level 15.
Right.
So that's more inventory space as you level rather than just being able to have full bag space or whatever.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Increased maximum health and armor.
This is one of the artifacts which he's got on slot 1, as you can see. Increases maximum health and armor. Doesn't say by how much, but maybe that's the point of the dice thing. So when you click it, it'll just be a random thing, maybe.
This just gives you a random buff. It's nice to see that little fishing rod in there.
Oh, yes. Yes,
you know what I mean? Everyone loves fishing in games.
I love fishing. A few other bits, like there seems to be another weapon there. That's the mana thing, which is obviously down on this hot bar. A couple of potions. Yeah. These are obviously reagents, like herbs they've picked or whatever.
Yeah. Before we move on as well, underneath the head, which is floating aside to the side, we've noticed those little symbols, and we've noticed that those are actually clickable, and it'll bring up the stats for what they.
Yeah. So when we get further in the video, if you look where that little slashing sword, you'll see that becomes highlighted, but that also then shows the stats, which we'll pause when we get to it. We'll see what else it hovers over because I don't remember off the top of my head. Which is there. Right, so they're just regenning. You can see it's got a nice little regen thing, like the little wispy things to show that they're by the campfire.
Yeah.
Seems to do mana and health as well. Like you can see they're going up with the beast.
Those the colours of that regen is... Oh, right. So if we just pause it again, sorry. If you look to the left now, that little symbol that we're looking at under the team has disappeared.
They were by the campfire.
So it meant that they were regenning. That was that
so
glow
if we bring
that was over
back,
them.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a flame, isn't it? Yeah, so they're all benefiting from it now.
Yeah.
Ah, well spotted. Nice.
It's nice. Just a normal little campsite that we've seen before.
Yeah. Which is a lot of this video. It's like a farming. This would be you going out and farming. Yeah,
this is just like out and about.
We see the ping system in use as well at some point.
It's got to be mentioned again how beautiful this game looks.
Yeah.
It's also, we messaged Corepunk today to see if they'd let us in on what specs the PC had when recording this, because the footage is in 4K.
Yeah.
So I'd love to know what hardware they were using whilst playing this, because it's obviously running very smoothly and looks amazing. If you have got a 4K monitor, it's definitely worth popping it up and having a look.
So I think the fight keeps going. As loot here, this is what I'm interested in. I don't know if it shows them picking it up or not. One thing I will note as well, and we'll see this again, is how tough these things are. Because they are all level 10, and this camp is also level 10, so it is at level. So we're seeing combat that is what the combat's going to be. You know, like it's not like they're level 10 and the mobs are level 5 where it's just slashy. Like this is 10v10 and they're getting their ass kicked.
Yeah. There you go, Mike. It says it there, Whirlwind of Death. And if you look
he's
at that
just
image
pressed,
now,
it's
look
burning.
at that.
Yeah. So he's got his 10 ticks, press T, and you see it repeatedly in this, and it does look like it does increasing damage. So the longer the whirlwind you get hit. But yeah, they all die, and then they quickly change the screen. Which is a shame, because there was loot just up here, which looks like another dice of fate and a potion of some sort. But the bodies, you can see the blast medics on the floor down. But yeah, I liked, maybe they were hoping we wouldn't notice that. But we did.
We seen it.
Yeah. But it's good. It's good to know that they're not infallible. And also, this is going to be interrupted by the YouTube. Every, what do you call it? Every kill gets experience and gold.
Yeah.
I've noticed it's consistent throughout.
Nice.
So yeah, they're back now. They're at another campfire. We see him change his armor at this point, so we can see he's got a mismatch of cosmetic items, which is interesting.
So nice. Look at that character model. That looks so cool.
It looks really
so
good.
Nice.
And do you know what? Without us going in the class deep dives that we have done, he looks so different. And admittedly, he hasn't got a helm on at the moment, but he looks so different from what I would have picked a champion to look like. I did not recognize he was a champion.
Yeah, no,
which
definitely
shows that they've obviously got the versatility in customization and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's now going to put on the. Obviously, this isn't the champion male warrior cyber arms. I'm sure they'll be called something a lot cooler in the game and not just a placeholder. But maybe they'll leave it like that. Who knows?
They should. Keep it in.
But yeah, you can see he actually kind of gets a set together here now. But a choice of helms there.
Look at that. That looks so nice. The lighting on the armor on the front.
Yeah, the lighting in this, because we'll see weather in a bit. It just all looks amazing. It just all looks good.
Yeah.
What I am interested in is what these bottom two slots are for. Because you've got so you got head, arms, chest, boots, legs. This is like undergarments.
Yeah.
Of sorts. The only other thing I could think of was, they were talking about complete skin redesigns. Like where they said they could make people look undead or whatever. I was thinking maybe that. This is also the part where we see that the stats are back up now.
Yeah.
They've clicked that. Stats are up. But yeah, look, it looks sick. Again, like you say, the metallic light of the armor.
If when we're on these pause screens, if you just click the screen, will it not hide that bar so we can get another look? No, I did it. Unpause it, yeah. Never mind, that was just me.
That's details. No, I don't know how to go back. There we go. If I keep it still, does it disappear? No. But yeah, so again, the inventory is the same here. There's nothing too new that I spotted or that they go over. But and I believe now they just carry on with Onwards.
Onwards.
But yeah, the Ranger has that sick armor that is shown in the customization screen. Nice. A good thing to point out here is the circles of damage, like the poison there. And when they're casting spells, you can see the area it's going to hit.
Yeah.
As that whirlwind of death again.
Just saw the Ranger there jump back and do his arrow shot into the ground.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
But yeah, I think the tanks are quite tanky.
Look at it. They're taking a lot of damage up there, you know what I mean?
He is a tank. So it's nice. That's actually a good point, actually. You've mentioned that. The mages and the rangers, because they talked about the AI, didn't they? How about they're quite clever and will react to a battle situation.
Yeah.
It's nice that that shaman tank there, or whatever it was, occultist tank, was actually tanky. It wasn't just a title and a player model that looked a bit... It was actually tanky. It was the last one to go down. And it kind of indicates to me that there is going to be strategy to taking down these mobs, even just the basic world mobs, because they're obviously... I imagine there's probably going to be some healers, and you're going to want to take them down, and you're going to have to almost kind of plan. But again...
Yeah, well, we've already seen them die once in this video. The entire team got wiped by a mob before.
And that was my next point. Yeah. The Ranger's down again.
Oh.
And the Blast Medic is down.
Yeah.
So, they are tough. They are tough. Leather Strip, which is obviously a reagent, isn't it, for making stuff. But yeah, so we've got I think they're all occultists, aren't they, in this?
Yeah.
I've seen. So you've got the Slayer, Tank, Shaman, Archer. So they're like versions of heavy occultist. I'm guessing they must do a lot of damage. But the other thing, I don't know if you've noticed this, and I'll pause it here. Well, damage numbers. That's a nice little show of the damage numbers. And it only shows your damage numbers as well, which is interesting. So you're not... It's not showing everyone's, just hitting it.
Yeah.
Just showing yours, so you can kind of work out what damage you're doing. The point I was going to make is, Friend, who is the guy we're following, the camera isn't synced to him specifically. You can look around while still fighting. So it's not locked onto him centralized. So you can actually observe your battlefield.
Yeah.
A bit more. Yeah. And you'll see that throughout this video.
I wonder if it is lockable as well.
Well, I don't know if there's a hotkey, but there's certain points where it just snaps back to him.
Snaps back, yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
So there must be a toggle of some sort, maybe.
Unless it's sort of like an alt move of the mouse, and that's what's unlocking the camera. The moment you let go, it just snaps back.
Yeah, but it's nice that there is inevitably a choice of some sort there. Yeah, because some people they want it just to follow their character.
Yeah.
But yeah, damage numbers are nice as well. But yeah, I can't remember how this ends.
The character of the occultist is so cool. That tank there at the back is awesome.
Like the poison cloud there, you can see how.
Oh, there we go.
So this is interesting.
Use.
It says hero kit.
Ah.
Now, I don't know if that's a placeholder name, but there's obviously something you can buy, a consumable, that would save you from releasing the spirit and having to run back to your corpse, because corpse running is in the game. If they are consumables, I can imagine those they're either going to be extremely limited, like you can only carry a few, or they're just going to be so wildly expensive you could only ever afford a few at a time. Because I think the last thing they want is to negate a release spirit. There's got to be a point where you have to do the corpse run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, of course.
It would be interesting to see how that works. And if it is in fact called a hero kit or that's just a placeholder.
You don't want to be running into battle without consequence, you know what I mean?
No. Yeah, you don't want to go, I've got 99, so I can just go down and I'll just keep resin and go down.
Yeah, of course.
You want that, yeah. Trying to see if there's I've spotted. So this was that status effect there on Elf.
Yeah.
That's like a armor break, you know, your reduction in armor. He's poisoned, Leto, so he came out of that cloud. You can see he's got a poison status on his character there.
So that's what these are then, do we think? That's sort of a status marker for the team. Is that what we're going to go with for now?
Yeah.
Is that what we're going to go with for now? Yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be either a buff or debuff, or maybe a culmination of both. But you can see it's replicated on your character just next to the icon there, if you can see it.
Yeah.
That matches. But yeah. You can see he took that last bit of damage. It ticked over.
It's exciting, isn't it?
That was a bit.
And just thinking it's coming.
Did you see that bit though?
Go on.
Just watch what he smashes this pot. It's a breakable pot.
What's it?
It doesn't seem much, but in a world where they've gone, there's hidden things, there's dynamic dungeons. Like, what are you going to find in one of those pots? There could be like a 1 in a 7 million chance.
You just get the ultimate legendary.
Yeah, a rare
tiny crockery pot.
Tiny mouse.
Yeah.
That is called Angelo.
Angelo the mouse. Yeah. Crack him open, find his goodies.
And he follows you, he becomes your like companion.
Yeah. Yeah, I can get on board with that.
No, I thought it was interesting because obviously it indicates as well that there's destructible, interactable scenery.
Environments, yeah.
What, maybe not chopping down big trees or all, but if pots and stuff, crates.
Yeah. But there must be some sort of chopping down tree.
But I mean as in like, if you swung your sword around, you'll break those pots, won't you? But obviously you wouldn't chop down a tree.
No.
But yeah, interesting.
Do you reckon you'll need tools and stuff to chop down trees and crafting? Do you reckon, need an axe to get out there and do it.
Yeah. So this is that ping system, nice and quick.
Yeah. Oh look, we just saw the if you bring it back a second as he enters that battle, we just saw the champion throw his sword.
The charge.
It was like you saw it come up a second. Yeah.
So the Legionnaire does that charge one.
Oh, that's look the how cool that looks.
Which is really cool.
What a freeze frame, that looks
nice. There you go. He threw it then, didn't he? That was perfect. And then I think the archer rains down arrows. There you go. But yeah, it just... See, like, that tank is seeking out the healer there. So it makes a tank's role more important in your party, that if the AI knows that your healer is the weak link and they keep going for the blast medic, you need to use your taunts and stuff at the right time. It looks very intelligent.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not just a mob that stands there. Like, they're moving about. They're actually trying to pull the party away from each other.
Pull apart.
You know, and they're using that poison cloud to, crowd control, isn't it?
Crowd control, isn't it? That's it. Do you reckon we'll get a little campfire?
And this little blast medic, this is the shield. You saw she throw through the grenade, and it's the one that if it hits an enemy, it does damage. But if not, it gives your team or whoever's in it that shield. That's what that white bar is. So it's not healing them; it's just giving them more to play with.
Yeah.
There's the ping system. I think the ping system is brilliant. It's going to make it so accessible. There's a snake there.
Yeah, I saw that. I wonder if you'll be able to catch that for some sort of material or
crafting or something. Leather.
Yeah.
Nice little snakeskin
little
boots.
snakeskin boots.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you see, your head was in the same place.
I was there.
You were there. But yeah, just watch this fight. Just watch where the AI go. So they're going for the healer. You see, they're trying to get down there, and then Friend
they're
is
aggressive,
using
aren't they?
Yeah, look, just absolutely honing in. She goes down. Now they're on to the next one. Who's the next one they're going for? Looks like it's between the Legionnaire and the Destroyer. But yeah, he's tried to break off, get the Ranger. There's an intelligence work in there. That's not just stand and hit.
Yeah, stand and swing.
Yeah.
It's nice at the start of that fight. You see the Ranger throw off that. I can't think what it's called, but the rope with
the caltrop.
The rope with
Bolas. Sorry, not the caltrops. Yeah. Now these are just all occultists, so I wonder how this fight will change because there's no tank and there's no
Slayer. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong bit. I was like, oh yeah, they're all occultists. I don't realise they're all occultists, aren't they? But yeah, Slayer, Shaman, Archer. There's no tank in this one.
I wonder what the Slayer is.
Slayer will be DPS. They've got dual swords. You can see them.
Yeah.
They'll be kind of like the Berserker.
Right.
Like just high DPS. But yeah, so any damaging effect comes up in a circle.
Yeah.
One thing I will point out, and it would be interesting to see if people comment on this, is in most MMOs, and obviously this doesn't mean it has to happen, but anything bad is always in a red circle.
Right.
And anything good is in another circle. However, in this, poison is in a green circle. Bad things are in a red circle, but there's also like when they're doing a charge, it's like a little amber rectangle. Yeah. And I wonder if that'll confuse people because I would naturally stand in a green circle.
Nice. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Doesn't mean which in this you can see like Elf now has 6 ticks of poison, so that'll tick over for 6 times. Just a little observation there. And also, you might just see it if we scroll back there, the Archer. One of his skill, it's literally just there. His arrow, if you watch his arrow, it bounces off more than one person because there's the 2 stances.
Yeah.
So he's in the second stance where it pings off if you just watch. So it's now, I think it's now. Yeah, do you see how it went over to the Occultist?
Yeah, it went over to, it's doing it again then.
Yeah. So the stance, I imagine the stance bar will be in the middle maybe for the Ranger then. If we're to follow suit maybe.
Quite a few of these mobs about here. It's you know what I mean? It's not a long distance for this next one from that fight, is it?
Yeah. And there's a variety of, they're not all the same.
I think it'd be nice just to pull it back a second because I'd love to show you that as they're moving up it. It's just the environmental sort of bits. It's if you keep going a second, sorry. It's that top left corner. It's like that little skull there now in the sort of middle.
Up here?
Down to the left.
Oh, this?
Elegant. Yeah, you see that? It's like a bit of a spider type
like
skull
shamanic
thing.
Yeah.
Very
this
cool.
Is it. They're in like a kind of, it's not quite, well, it is a bit boggy, isn't it? It's like that marshy, like they are occultists. They're all doing that kind of dark magic.
Wicker Man type thing.
Yeah. The other thing I will point out is watch how the camera snaps. It goes up and then it snaps back to our protagonist a few times. Right, so it's not following him, but then
little camera shake there. Did you see that? As the
heavy
around?
hits.
Yeah.
Watch him as he hits. If he does the big one. Yeah, screen share them.
Nice. And that's, I remember we were talking about that in one of the podcasts, saying how do we think it'll sort of feel, you know, that sort of natural sort of feeling you get when you're hitting an enemy? Will you have that sort of,
That you're doing damage.
Yeah, that you're doing damage, and that's where you're getting it from. It's these sort of shaking of the camera. I love that campfire that you can just put that down wherever you want as well.
And it seems necessary. This was the other thing I was going to point out. MMO comparison number 42 was that a lot of MMOs don't... You can play the game without needing to stop, use potions, eat food and stuff. It's very easy to... Like, World of Warcraft, for example... Like, you always get quest rewards where it's like, hey, have this meat or this mana potion. And it's so rare, especially whilst questing and stuff, that you need to use it. So you end up with all these things and you just end up with loads of food and you just think, I'm never going to use it. But in this, it feels like you need to use your campfires. You need to use your health potions. Your healer needs to be on it, even just in a mob-on-mob situation. Yeah,
it kind of that sort of like, right, we're going to go out crafting and exploring today. Let's get tooled up for it. Let's make sure we've got some campfires. Let's make sure we've got some health with us, and we'll get out there and just have a day picking up resources.
Yeah, and it feels like there's a genuine need for a campfire, and there's a genuine need for these potions and stuff, which is good because obviously one of the classes is an alchemy making potions and stuff.
Yeah.
So if there's going to be a market for it, because there's a need for it, it doesn't make a profession redundant.
I wonder if they'd go as far to sort of have environmental sort of stamina things, you know what I mean? If you're in a cold place, you put the campfire down. Yeah.
Well,
you know what I mean? Slows you down, whatever.
They could.
It wouldn't be out of place in this, would it? I feel like it'd be quite natural for this game.
Yeah, like a resistance thing.
Yeah.
I could imagine some of the dungeons having that, where maybe not environmental, but definitely like bosses that use fire damage. So it'd be worth taking an equivalent of a fire resistance potion, maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, it's very interesting.
Exciting.
It's very exciting. I'm so hyped for this.
Honestly,
I want to know if I just skip back there. I've gone a bit too far. Like, are these mushrooms harvestable?
Yeah.
I wonder if they are.
They look a bit like they would be, don't they? Like stuff just off the beaten track, you know.
Yeah. And obviously they're not going to show it in this video because it's combat. But I wonder if that's the kind of node where you find these flat cap mushrooms and, you know, like, that's what they look like in the game for you to collect.
Yeah. I've not seen anything like you said, like where I know that you'd collect wood from, like a tree that you would be looking for to chop down, or anything like that.
But yeah, again, they're good. You see how it's split out. They are pulling the party. It's not just the party on this side and the enemies on that side. It's like bam, 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 bam. They're like pulling each other away and stuff.
Oh, that archer, then that occultist, it's had some sort of glow to it. I wonder if that was because they were coming out of the fog.
They're coming out of the fog. I think there is.
Loading in or something.
I noticed that, yeah.
It's very snappy, the game, though. Like, we don't know what the specs are, but the way the fog comes back and goes, and you know what I mean? There's not a lot of lag.
It's
all
really
very
clean.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So, you know, I was talking about buffs and debuffs.
Yeah.
It does show up here for our character,
but
the buffs are on the left and the debuffs are on the right.
Oh, well noticed.
That's where they are, because I was wondering and I mean, it's clear, because green is good and red is bad. Again, like, there is that line of thinking, isn't there? Yeah, just noticed that then.
We said it as well, with the position of the UI being down there, it's nice how it's not in your focus when the battle is everything is the top end of the screen. So to have everything down there, because I would have always thought the map would be in the top right corner or whatever. Oh, go on. Go on.
The mushrooms disappeared then, but I don't know if he gathered them or stood on them.
Magic mushrooms?
Just watch this bunch of mushrooms here.
Uh-oh. Oh, he gathered them.
Did he gather them?
Yeah, you see him put his hand out to grab them. Well noticed. Look at your sharp little eyes. Look at that bang.
Yeah.
Lovely.
But yeah, the battle, friend is up here, and it's not focused on him. Like, he's still moving around the battlefield's like his frame, and he's moving within the battlefield rather than,
yeah,
you know. But it seems really easy to kind of small flask of attack power.
Oh,
so that's there. You can see it in the corner there. So obviously, there's potions for not just health and mana. There's an increased attack power, which might be crucial in certain fights and stuff.
Yeah, I wonder if he'll use that whilst the stats for the attack power are on the left, so we can see what the buff is.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're coming out
of them loading, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, it's them. Again, it's that blue stuff.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to end up with a tinfoil hat on when I'm playing this game. It's like, what does it mean? Like I'm going to get a whiteboard here, and I'm just going to have like lines and stuff to everything.
I feel like you're going to have your own series called The Conspiracies. It's just like the conspiracies, and it's just you going into all the conspiracies.
What do the purple mushrooms mean? Why are they there? Oh, God. I'm going to break this case wide open, I tell you.
Yeah, you're the man to do it.
Yeah. But yeah, jumping in, he's going to do that spear throw again, which is good. Red circle, bad things happen.
Green circle, bad things happen.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
All circles.
Yeah.
Run away from the circles. Yeah, I saw my first miss a second ago, by the way. It came up just saying miss. It was a nice little thing.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it was back in the other fight, though. I don't know if we'd find it now. Yeah, don't worry about it.
But yeah, because there's dodge mechanics. We've talked about the dodge mechanics and chance critical. Yeah, so that's good. Means you can actually make a build around maybe being more evasive.
Yeah.
But again, the honing beast, the blast medic, they're going for her specifically. Does she survive? Oh, I think that was a clutch little grenade there, wasn't it? Lovely. Feathers and double health injector. You see that? Oh, God. Yeah, double health injector and feathers. Now here's the rain. So we're in the same environment, but it already has a, like...
Oh, pause it there a second. We've got a little snake that's been stranded by the rain out in the bottom right. Can you see it?
This one?
Look at that. It's just stopped moving. It's just sat there still. I wonder if in rain, bang, so you can go catch him. Who knows?
Maybe.
Conspiracies.
Conspiracy. Yeah, so... yeah, you'll notice as well, with the rain, obviously, there's a bit of wind, and the foliage, the grass moves. It was pretty static before. Obviously, it wasn't still, but like now it's a bit more like...
Yeah,
windy.
Wild.
Yeah.
Windy.
And again, this is what the end... You know when I was saying about the orange glow?
Oh, the amber,
he's obviously got a shield up, so he's going to take less damage whilst that's up. So then you've got to then think, well, we might as well take out the other guys because he's going to be tanky.
Yeah. It's a right storm that coming in, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can see how the grass is moving.
You've seen puddles form on the ground now as well. Yeah. You can see them stepping in the water.
There. So you saw him move that then.
Yeah.
You know, so...
Yeah.
Very good. I don't remember how this fight ends, because obviously their main tank is now down. Beast with a big heal there. Oh, there we go. Mincemeat. Nothing. No problems. This is interesting as well. I noticed he goes this way, and the ranger's down here. And obviously with your mini-map, you can see where your teammates are as well.
Yeah.
So it feels very intuitive, and it's good that they can approach that, and how this fight will pan out differently rather than if they all come the same way.
The minimap seems to be showing someone who's not on screen there as well. The enemy in the bottom right. Look, it's showing another camp in and out.
Yeah, it's that fog of war, isn't it? Just
yeah. So if it lifts, even if you can't see the enemies, it'll show up on your minimap, which is nice. So you're not walking into something completely blind, I guess.
Yeah.
There.
There's that whirlwind again. So it's interesting to point out as well, they're at level 10 and the numbers seem to be, like, crits are around 50 and general damage seems to be 30s, 40s, 20s. Yeah, you see that crit was 51 then. And obviously when we've gone through our class overviews, they've gone up to like 300s and obviously they're at level 40s. So we kind of know what numbers we're playing with.
I'll tell you what, we'll have a look at in a bit is how much his experience bar underneath the UI has gone up since the start of this video. Just to see how long each level will take.
It's just over the second.
Yeah.
And we'll see if at the end of this, how much
it goes
very
up.
minuscule amount.
Yeah.
12 experience is, so
it'll take quite a bit to level then,
and obviously
nice.
Quest rewards will obviously give you probably a good chunk.
Oh yeah,
Small potion of spell power there he picked up, and that was purple. And again, it gives you another reason to pick things like the alchemist, the ones that brew the potions.
Yeah.
Because it's not just health and mana. It's if they're doing spell power, attack power, imagine there's some defense one, spell resist. Like, rather than just power, there's probably defensive potions that you can pop as well. Just trying to see if I notice anything else. Not much yet. But we'll get into it. That jump there was massive.
That effect that's there with that green and blue as well.
Yeah. Oh, the shield. Yeah, that's one of the blast medics.
Oh, is
that's
it right?
What the health bar, that white bit of health.
Yeah. So that's what they're putting down.
Yeah.
He's got his whirlwind there ready to go. Bang.
Yeah. What will be interesting, and a neural accelerator. Don't know what that means. What will be interesting in PvP is obviously your blast medic has the blue and green.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll show up as a different colour for the enemy. So you can differentiate what effects are on. Because obviously on a mob, they have
like
different.
PvP. Yeah.
I wonder. Like, like an archer's arrows.
Yeah.
If you've got two rangers, you need to be able to differentiate between the two
of course,
arrows and stuff. So that'll be interesting. Yeah. I know this is PVE Combat, it's literally the title, but just interesting. I think they open this chest now, don't they? This is where we see
this is it. This is the end now, so...
Yeah.
What we got here?
So there was a small potion of spell power, a small flask of spell power, a rare Arrowtech Xeon, which is a bow, and an uncommon sacrificial hammer, and some deodar, which is wood.
Nice.
So
I wonder if like Arrowtech is like one brand of bow.
this is exactly what I was just thinking. As soon as you see things like that, it could open up a world of, this is how maybe because it's Corepunk, so obviously there's a steampunk, cyberpunk element to it. There are going to be companies who make these things, and I wonder if maybe akin to like Borderlands, where certain brands, like, so this brand has slower fire rate but harder hitting, like maybe there's those kind of differentiations in attack speed and damage. So it might be a slower attack speed but does more damage, and a higher attack speed. If they did something
cool
like that,
idea
that would be like next level. And like you can imagine going to these like neo-punk cities with like these high-tech bows and stuff, but then there's like the more primal towns that have got like the more robust, like almost like elven tech, where it's a completely different type of bow but achieves the same thing. That could be interesting. Obviously, that we don't know if that's a thing, but
what a cool idea.
Yeah, and then they sit down, don't they? I think, and then I believe that's it.
Of tea. Yeah,
beautiful.
Might as well loop it. We'll.
Yeah, so I'll turn the sound off and we'll.
Yeah, well, exciting. Really so exciting. It's so. The beta's got to be close. Like we keep saying it's coming. I think. Look at this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My takeaway points from it was the fact that they have talked about the AI being quite clever and seeing that in action and seeing it in different things, because the mobs aren't all the same. There isn't a tank and an archer and a spellcaster in every mob. Sometimes there's a heavy, there's a spearman, and all doing different things. So you actually have to, even though they're just farming mobs now, approach each mob differently. And they react differently. Like, I love the fact that they're hounding the healer.
Yeah.
Like, even in just a mob situation, like I'd understand it in a PvP where we have the knowledge to go, get the medic, get the healer. Like the fact that the AI pick up on that and actually use it, and like you can see here, the archer occultist is hanging back. They're staying away because that's what an archer would do. And like those kind of, the fact that they'll be embedded into the AI for each class, like obviously we're just dealing with occultists here, but of course whatever it is, you're going to get those kind of things.
It's really interesting to see how that'll scale up sort of when you get to your raid bosses and stuff. Like how intelligent will they then be? Because they have said, like who mentioned, sort of like they're going to be evolving.
They won't just be bullet sponges, which
and you can see it now. You can see that
definitely
it is going to be clever enough to keep you on your toes.
And it'll mean the roles of a tank and a healer, not that I'm saying they're not important in other MMOs, but will seem quite vital. Like a tank in WoW and a tank in Guild Wars and Final Fantasy, it's really easy to hold the enemy's attention. It's quite, once you've got it, you have to really kind of slip up for them to kind of then disappear. But I feel like in this, you're going to have to really time when you use your taunts, and like it's not just a case of, right, I'll hit it first and I'll keep its attention. They seem to have a bit of like, unless you're forcing me to attack you, I'm going to still go for your weaker part of members.
So cool.
It's and like I would have. I mean, no, it's not criticism. I would have liked to see maybe another biome. I understand they've probably kept it because this is the level 10 area, and obviously we want to be excited for the other areas. But I think
we've seen a lot of this area now, haven't we? Like this seems to be the only thing we keep seeing, other than the sort of original video, the trailer where you see sort of the neon city and stuff like that. But
I mean, I know this was purely for this purpose that we're literally watching now. is we're seeing the different types of enemies, the fact that they react differently, the fact that they're not a pushover. That's the other thing maybe we should point out, the fact that they get wiped out. And
yeah, they lose this fight here, don't they? This is the one they all just die, I'm sure.
Is it this one? Yeah, it could well be. And that is something to be. Again, look, they're dragging the party away. The tanks up here, and they've gone down.
Yeah. Look, and there you go. They all die.
Yeah.
It's nice to see that they've not gone away too much from the original UI that we saw from the trailer.
No, it's familiar, but I feel it's improved.
Yeah, because they said they were looking at it again, and this right here is so nice.
It's clean.
Yeah,
it's really clean.
It looks as well as when he's putting his cosmetics on then, that you can have two different, one for PvE and one for PvP.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it said in the thing. So that'll be interesting, because I imagine there'll be certain things like artifacts and stuff that are PvP focused. So you're gonna want a different build and stuff.
Yeah, and just have it there waiting.
But yeah, again here, like I think this is another close call, isn't it, where a couple of them go down.
Yeah.
I think the beast goes down. And it is like, it's nice to see that in just a mob thing.
Yeah.
So like you can imagine the quest, like, so say you've got the quest of clearing out 5 camps of occultists in this area to try and push back the threat. Like, it's not just going to be the same mobs and really easy to do. Like, if a group of 4 of them are getting their ass kicked, like, really good. I'm really excited to see more. I'm excited to see. Again,
do you reckon we'll get a PvP before the beta comes out and stuff?
Maybe. I'd like to think that maybe they'll go for crafting, origin. I know that's not fun to watch, but we've seen combat in this sense. It might be quite cool to
see what else you can.
But that's my own. I think that's my own personal greed. Then.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to see the crafting.
I'd love to just see them like go out, pick some bits from the world, and then go back to a town and make a thing, and just see how the process works. You know, what little, but I'll take anything. And like you say, we're in mid-October now.
Yeah,
it's only November, and then we're in December, and then
they've said it's December, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean,
let's hope. Look, it looks. Let's, even if it's just this, let's have a go. Let's have a little bash. I'll go around here a couple of times, try it out.
Yeah, but yeah, it looks solid. Like I said, the biggest takeaway for me is the AI. Like, they actually are not just stand there and because that happens, when it is go kill 10 of these and it's the same fight and you can use the same rotation because they hit in the same way. This doesn't feel like you'll have that. You'll be going in and oh, that person's running away, because they're an archer. And it'll drag you. It'll be interesting. I can imagine some funny scenarios happening.
It'll be funny to see how filled these areas will be when you are on a server with people as well.
Yeah, that's true. And the other thing I was thinking of, which they don't show in this, is if you're in a fight like that then, and say you were losing and you retreat, I wonder how far they chase you.
Yeah.
I wonder if they are proper, like, bloodthirsty to the death, or whether they get to a certain point and then return to the camp, maybe.
I wonder if you can get far enough so the fog takes over them, you know what I mean? So the fog,
maybe,
like, they get shadowed by the fog.
Yeah, you get out of their vision range, essentially. Yeah. Maybe. That'll be an interesting thing to see.
Really exciting. It's exciting to see what other people have found. Go on, sorry.
I've just noticed. Watch the Legionnaire up here, there, right, elf. the blast medic's drones above him. I've just noticed that's what one of the other skills.
Nice.
Because you can choose to have it on yourself, can't you, or a party member, and that's healing elf. But you can see it. It's just giving those.
So nice.
Just notice that then. I'm sure if I watch this another 20 times, I'll spot something new every time.
Yeah.
But that's the joy of it. Like, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's great. If you have found something that we've not said or spotted, please do comment and let us know. We're always interested in talking with people and finding out what they're excited for.
Yeah. If you've got any conspiracies.
Conspiracies, get them to Mike. Mike's putting together his tinfoil hat.
I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be so good.
So good. I am really excited. It just looks so nice. So polished, just so ready to play.
I'm excited.
Yeah. If you have enjoyed the video, please give us a like, subscribe. It does help keep us going. Lets us know we're doing the right thing. If you're wanting to know more about classes, we've got a series, Heroes and Classes.
We do.
It's on our page. Just have a look. But yeah, until next time, we hope you enjoyed watching, and we'll see you hopefully in the beta.
You will. Take care now.
See ya.